Hey guys, Ryzen here.
And Liz.
And welcome to what was an awful game. Patriots versus the Rams. This was not a competitive game, and the Patriots were terrible throughout. This team is garbage. It's 24-3. I mean, maybe the final score would be slightly different. I don't know. Stidham's in. He might throw a garbage time touchdown or something, but who cares? Story of the game is Cam Akers running on against a stacked box and still getting 160 yards. So, look, all the opt-outs were too much to overcome. I mean, that's pretty clear at this point.
Yeah.
They were too much. The Patriots, for some reason, bizarrely got hit hardest by COVID of any team with the opt-outs, which was just really strange considering Massachusetts wasn't even hit that badly at the time, and yet, you know, half the team opted out.
Well, I think they did because they have families and
I know,
kids
but there were a ton of other teams with similar situations, and they didn't have as many opt-outs. It was weird.
I don't know.
So, I mean, you can't overcome your entire linebacking core opting out.
It was
and
8
being
players.
gone. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just insane. So, it is what it is.
The highlights from this
Bryant
game.
got a good interception.
Harry caught two good passes.
But I mean,
and Bailey had a season-long
71-yard punt.
That's about it.
And Gunner almost scored another punt return touchdown. So that's basically all that happened. Newton sucked again. He's really been bad outside of like 2 games. I mean, he was good in the Seattle game. And I think he had one other good game.
The Ravens game?
The Raiders game, I think. I don't remember exactly. But look, it's time to move on.
It's become obvious.
It's
at this
become
point.
pretty obvious. The guy's not very good anymore, unfortunately. He was an elite, borderline Hall of Fame quarterback, but unfortunately...
There's a flag, it don't matter.
There's a block in the back. But unfortunately, he's just not the same guy since he got all those injuries, and clearly it was a mistake at this point to sign the guy. This should have been Stidham's team so you could see what you have. Going forward, Stidham should be starting.
The last 3 games.
The season is over. I mean, they've lost to they're still technically in the hunt, but I believe it would require the Raiders, the Ravens,
a miracle
and
at
the
this
Dolphins to lose 3 out of the remaining 4 games. That's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So, and you know, they make any sort of mistakes in the games. It's just too much to overcome. I mean, they have the Rams in a 4th and 1, and Spence jumps off sides after a timeout. I mean,
It was on a field goal, wasn't it?
On a field goal, yeah.
Or was it?
No. They were going for it.
Yeah, right.
They were going for it, and they tried to draw him off sides once before the timeout, and they didn't fall for it, and then you fall for it again. Fall for it after the timeout. I'm sorry, man. That is inexcusable.
Yeah.
I mean, that is cutworthy to jump off sides like that in that situation on a second attempt at it.
It's bad.
That's really bad.
The only other thing that
the pick 6
was horrid
so,
on a simple slant, right?
No, it was a
A
screen.
screen? Still, a simple
screen.
play. See, there's another decent pass from Stidham.
So, Newton
I would say bye.
does not know how to throw a screen pass. Here's the thing. When you're doing a screen, there's a screen pass that should either be a completion to the running back or an incomplete pass in the dirt. If Harris got grabbed. He got injured in this game. I don't know how bad it is. Frankly, I don't really care. I mean, the season's over anyway. Who cares? So if the guy's hurt the rest of the year, it's really irrelevant.
It doesn't matter at this point
anymore. Anyway, Harris gets grabbed by Donald. It's a legal play because he's at the line of scrimmage. That's totally legal. It's a good play. And inexplicably, Newton still throws the ball at Harris, and I forget who picked it off, but the guy covering him jumps it and picks it off for a pick 6. Like, why would you throw that ball?
It was bad.
Harris is grabbed. He's not in position. I know there's a guy in Cam's face, but even if there's just a guy in your face, throw the ball in the dirt. And the offensive line's been god-awful today, too. Yeah, you should never throw an interception on a screen pass. Ever.
No, that was horrendous.
Ever. I mean, that is just bad quarterback play.
Yeah.
The other thing is they had a goal line drive where they did.
They got down to the end zone 4 times in this game.
Run up the middle with Harris, don't get it. Run up the middle with Harris, don't get it. Run up the middle with Newton, don't get it. Run the pitch option with Cam Newton up the middle, don't get it. I mean, why would you run 4 straight times?
Yeah.
And I know why. It's because they have no receivers.
Which has been an ongoing issue for the past, 20 years?
Outside of, 2007? I mean, look, I understand you could get away with that with Tom Brady because Tom Brady turns Julian Edelman's into borderline Hall of Famers. But that you don't have that anymore.
No.
He turns Julian Edelman from a mediocre quarterback turned receiver to a really good, really great player.
Right.
But you don't have that anymore. And so you can't rely on that,
Right.
So you need an actual receiving core, and what Belichick has built with the receiving core is just inexcusable.
They desperately need receivers
And a tight end.
And I think that would probably help.
I mean, you have a decent O-line, you have good running backs, and you need to see what you have instead of for the rest of the year. I mean, it really was probably just too much to overcome to begin with. My guess is they'll go 8-8 because they're going to beat the Jets for sure.
Right.
Will they still play? They still play
the Jets,
the Bills.
It's just the rest of the division, I think, right?
And
the Dolphins, the Bills, and the Jets.
I suspect they'll beat the Jets. They might beat the Bills or the Dolphins. They're probably not going to beat both of them.
I would think maybe the Dolphins over
the Bills. The Dolphins
are
the better shot. But I think they'll go 8-8.
They're playing in Miami, so I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, who knows? Or they might beat the Bills. I mean, they almost had them last time.
Yeah.
Not that it matters. So
the Bills have won the division.
They've won the division, which is whatever.
Yeah, it's fine. They're playing at a level they should be.
They're playing better than. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he's in the MVP discussion, so
he should be at this point.
I don't know. I mean, the team is just bad, and not only are they bad, they're inconsistent too.
Yeah, like they go play 45-0, and here they're getting destroyed.
I know the Chargers are terrible, but
they were still a decent team.
So, I mean, the Chargers hadn't lost a game by more than one score like all year.
Right.
So they were better than their record indicated. And,
right.
And they blew them out 45-0, and then they go and get dominated by the Rams. I know the Rams are better, but
I didn't think it'd be this bad.
They ain't that much better.
No, I didn't think
they're not 24-3 better. I mean, Jesus.
No, I didn't think this game would be as bad as it's been.
But
just been boring.
Unfortunately, they're just not a consistently good team, and it is what it is.
Yeah, there's not much else to really say at this point.
Yeah, they're bad. The Patriots are bad. The Rams are pretty good.
So I'm assuming I don't know what they'll do because they play in Miami the following week. So they'll probably go back. I don't know what they'll do.
Yeah, they'll fly back.
You think they'll fly back and then go down to Florida?
I guess. I don't know. What difference does it make at this point?
Don't.
Might as well have get Stidham ready to start. I mean, I don't want to see Newton next week. I just don't.
Yeah.
Get ready to move on because the guy he's really bad. It is what it is. He's really, really bad.
He's not who he used to be.
And it is what it is. And their receivers are just terrible. He doesn't get any help to begin with. And now even the line has regressed. The one part of the team that was any good. I know it's Aaron Donald, and but even so, you got to play better than that.
Right.
I also don't understand a lot of the decisions. They really didn't seem to get much help towards Donald in this game for some reason. I don't know. They're just bad. It is what it is. I mean, special teams was okay, I guess. They were good.
That's about it, though.
That's about it.
That's the one bright spot on the team this year.
I mean, the defense
has been inconsistent the whole season.
They were fine in this game. They only gave up the 3.
They gave up 160 rushing yards.
They were bad on the rushing defense, but Goff only threw 160 yards. I mean, he didn't have a particularly good game, but you don't have to. You could be a game manager in a game like this. But which is fine. Oh, there goes Gunner. Just fall down, buddy.
All right. Well, before this video gets too long, we probably should wrap it up for this week. So next weekend, they play the Dolphins.
Yep.
And we'll be back for the recap for that game.
Yeah, we'll still cover the rest of the games, even though the season's over. It doesn't matter, and we'll do like playoff predictions and stuff. But get receivers and get tight ends, please. They have cap next year. There's no excuse. Will Fuller is on the market. There's no excuse.
Njoku is too.
Yeah,
probably.
There's no excuse. I mean,
anybody who's free in the
anybody,
offseason,
pick up
get the ball.
anybody. I mean,
Anyone. Seriously.
Take Harry and pack his bags. I mean, it is what it is. You can keep Myers, but the rest of the receiving core, they should all be gone.
Yeah.
All of them.
And we'll see what they do.
Whatever. I can't believe they cut Sanu at the beginning of the year. There's no way he's worse than any of these guys. It's inconceivable.
Yep.
Whatever. All right. So they lose 24-3, it looks like.
There's a minute left at this point.
Whatever. Is what it is. They're about what I thought they were going to be, about 8-8.
Yep.
Except for when they gave us hope in the first couple of games.
Yep. Exactly.
Oh, well. All right. Take care.